well, hanging on Sonnyboyliston. Twilight Payment try as he will on the far side. It's Sonnyboyliston who's being pushed clear up towards the line, and the Curragh Group St. Ledger goes to Sonnyboyliston.
Johnny Murtagh, St. Ledger winning trainer. Good weekend?
Great weekend, yeah. No, it ended up being a good weekend. The horses, we had a lot of horses we fancied over the weekend. Saturday was a bit of a blowout, but to win the Irish St. Ledger at the Curragh local track, yeah, dream come true.
And has it been done before, an E-Ball winner to?
I'm not sure. We had Royal Diamond a couple of years ago, and he got beaten in the E-Ball, and he won the Irish St. Ledger. So we had done it before, and we thought, you know, the E-Ball is a great race. It's very competitive. It gets them ready. You know, 1 mile and 6 in York is a good test for the Curragh. So I'm not sure if it's been done before, but the E-Ball now it's like a Group 3. The weights are very condensed. There's not much between top and bottom. These big premier handicaps, that's the way they're all gone around the world. You know, you get horses rated 110 running in these races, so it condenses the weight. So it was a very competitive race. He came out on top, and in all fairness, we thought he had improved from the E-Ball, and he showed that on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, he's beaten a seriously good field there. What are your plans now? He's out in the field having a nice time for a bit? Yeah,
the plans now, I think, I spoke to the owners there the other day, and we're keen to give him a break. You know, he ran in the E-Ball, he's won the E-Ball, he's won the Irish Ledger, he's had 2 tough races, and he's been on the go since early in the year. So I think it's time now, give him a little break, freshen him up. We do think he's a horse that can travel. He's kind of an international horse now that can go around the world, and he travels well, and we should target some. He's probably one of the best stayers in Europe at the moment. You know, he's rated 116. So we think he's a horse that can travel around the world and run in all those big staying events, Saudi, Dubai, Qatar. You know, there's loads of those targets, and if we give him a break now, we should have him up and ready to go in February.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And how much of a highlight for you was it winning a classic?
Yeah, well, there's only 5 classics in Ireland every year, and there's 5 classics in England, so there's only 10 races that are called the classic races. And yeah, I was lucky enough, I've won most of them as a jockey, and they're special to win as a jockey, but to win it as a trainer, you know, for the team in the yard, for my wife, for everybody that puts in all the hard work, you know, every day during the year, it's an extra special to win a classic and to win an Irish classic at the Curragh.
And you've always been a big supporter of Irish Champions Weekend. It's been pretty good to you in return the last couple of years. It
has, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I think 3 years ago I went to Champions Weekend. I'd one runner, and I was scratching my head. I just said, where are we going to go from here? You know, didn't have any horses good enough even to enter in the races. So I said to Orla, we need to have runners at this big meeting. It's the biggest 2 days in Ireland, and the standard has gone up. We've planned to have runners there, and thankfully, the last 2 years, winning the Matron last year and winning the Irish St. Ledger this year. But very, very competitive weekend. Great to have runners, and to have a winner over those 2 days is, I think it's something you can be very proud of.
Yeah, definitely. And you've got some really big owners in now, and a nice mix of owners.
Yeah, we've got a lot of big owners in now. You know, Fitzwilliam are still with me. They've probably got the most horses. You know, they're a syndicate. They've got 11 horses this year. Tony Smurfett, you know, Smurfett Kappa, he's another big owner. I think he's got 10 horses also. His Highness the Aga Khan has come on board this year. Yeah, I've got as you say, a great blend of owners. But that's what you need. You need those, you know, and you probably need a few more of those owner breeders. You know, they've got all the good mares, they've got all the good bloodlines. So it's very important for us to keep getting those big owners, attracting those big owners, those big teams into our yard. And we got 2 horses for Godolphin this year. So it's great to have Godolphin on board, and hopefully we can get a few more for next year.
Yeah, Safecracker won for them, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Safecracker was the only winner. We only had 2 horses. Safecracker won his maiden. Picked up a little injury there recently, but I think he's a horse with with plenty of potential, and he could do very well at 4. He's kind of a late developing kind of type of horse. He wants a 1.5 miles, but he could be a late developer and he could do really well next year.
You've got around 70 in at the moment. Is that where you want to be numbers-wise?
Yeah, we've got 70, capacity for 70. It's a nice number, it's very manageable. We've got another yard down in Monasterevin. We have 70 horses here that are ready to go. You know, they're all in full work. Any hold-ups, we send them down to Connor, down the second yard. So it's a good number. You'd love to have more horses because you'd want to have more chances, but we don't want to get too big too quick. We want to just keep manage it, coming along, building year on year. I think the last 2 years have been our best 2 years. You know, we had a great year last year, and we really wanted to kind of build on that, and I think we have. It's going to be tough to build on this year, but we do have to, and we have a few nice 2-year-olds still left to run. So hopefully, there's one in there that can be competitive in all those big 3-year-old races next year.
And of course, Ascot and Goodwood winners this year. Where does Create Belief go next?
Yeah, Create Belief is in the Sun Chariot. We had her in the matron, the ground was a little bit quick. She's stepping up to Group 1 company. So we feel like to go in Group 1 company, she needs everything to be in her favour. She handles soft ground really well. She's also in the Prix de la Forêt, and she's in the QE2 at the end of the year. They're big races. She needs everything in her favour. If the ground is soft, one of those 3 or 2 of those 3, they'll be the last two races for this season.
And Champers will go to the Sun Chariot as well? Yeah,
we'll probably send her there. She ran well in it last year. After winning the matron, I think it's the next step. Fillies, Mile, Newmarket. I felt she was a bit unlucky on Saturday. She never really got a clear run at it. Shane thought he was going to run well. He doesn't know if he was going to win or not, but she got beaten 3 lengths, never got a shot at it. So back to the Sun Chariot, and she'll probably go home to Japan and go to stud after that. But she's been a bit unlucky this year. Things just haven't happened for her, but hopefully now, yeah, all going well, Sun Chariot.
And what about the horse that ran in the Ledger on Saturday, Ottoman Emperor? Where did he go?
Ottoman Emperor, he's a little bit stiff after the race, so we just want to check him out, make sure everything, because we felt he didn't give us running. I know we said maybe the ground was a bit softer for him than ideal, maybe he didn't stay, but Ben felt from the top of the straight he was never happy. He went forward for a half a furlong, but he said he walked by the line. So he's a little bit stiff out there now, so we'll just get him checked out, make sure everything's okay with him. But I think he's much better than that running. That was not his full running.
Definitely. And will he stay with you, do you think, or will he have to...
Yeah, I think he's staying. You know, OTI, I know they're a big syndicate in Australia, and the plan is maybe to go back to Australia someday. But he's only 3, and he'd have time enough going back out to Australia maybe this time next year.
Yeah, definitely. And sort of regarding travelling, you've done really well in England, obviously this year. Any ambitions to send horses maybe to America again?
Yeah, well, the Breeders' Cup is coming up there now. We've got a filly there, Ladies' Church. She was 3rd to Ger Lyons' good filly, Sacred Bridge. So there's still an option. There's a listed race coming up for her, so we'll see how she goes in that. But she's one nice 2-year-old, likes fast ground by Churchill. She could be one of those nice 2-year-old races at the end of the year. And then, as I said, we have those kind of horses now that are rated up in the high 90s, 100s. So you know, they could be horses, as I said, for the Qatars, the Saudis, the Dubai, early in the spring.
And you've won Classic now, Group 1 winning trainer, really nice horses, good numbers. What's the main ambition for you?
The main ambition for us is just to keep it going, you know, to keep adding better quality horses. We're going to have a big clean out at the end of the year, which we always do. We know we had 52-year-olds this year, which was a big number. So we just need to find out what horses can go on and improve, and you know, be a bit ruthless and just cull out the ones we don't think are good enough. But and then again, it's all about getting the next 40 or 52-year-olds in, because that's the way the system has to work. But to answer your question, just want to, you know, keep the consistency going, keep building on every year, and just trying to have runners and have winners at those top meetings around the world.
Did you ever take a day off?
Haven't taken many off this year. No, it's been a busy year. But hey, if we have horses running in Dubai, a week out in Dubai, lying in the sun, training one horse instead of training 75 is a kind of a day off for me. But no, I plan to have a break there now. The season's starting to quieten down here, so after Arc weekend, we'll take a little break, freshen up, and get ready again.